Okay, I think I'm recording. So I'm trying out a new spot for this video. I have so much computer equipment. I'm on like the opposite side of the room. I have so many monitors and stuff set up over there. It's really hard to get a good angle with the camera. So I moved over to what is basically my prep area. Like I prep stuff over here and I get it ready to package it up, to ship it and all that kind of stuff. So right now, oh, and I also got a microphone. Yeah, because I did notice on my very first video that my audio was crap. So if you were one of the people, one of the, 5 people that actually watch it and endured the sound, I appreciate it. But hopefully that's rectified moving forward. So I am, I took a really long hiatus from eBay for health reasons, and I'm really just kind of now getting back into selling. So I've been selling there a long time, so I have a lot of inventory that honestly was a death pile back then and is really a death pile now. So I've made the commitment to myself that I am gonna work my way through all that crap and either get it listed, get it donated, or get it thrown away. And I have started doing that on top of bringing more stuff in. So, but one thing I got to be careful of, because I'm just like a one-person show, and I don't want to spend every moment of my waking life listing stuff on eBay. I have a full-time job, and I like my job, and it's always number one. It pays the bills, This helps fill in the gaps. And we all know what those gaps are. My meds and stuff like that for my conditions are expensive. And so every little bit that I'm able to bring in on the side is very helpful, and it helps me feel like I'm not putting such a drain on the on the family's finances either. So I kind of took off for a year and a half maybe, while I dealt with my health issues, and I'm finally kind of getting back into a place where I am able to start getting back into this. So what I did, I took a few things from a death pile, and rather than try to tackle it all at once, because it's overwhelming, and if you have a death pile at all, you know what I'm talking about. So I just took a handful of a few things, and I thought, okay, this week I am going to work on listing everything I brought in new, and then this small little pile of items from my death pile. And this stuff is actually from recent. I haven't started to dig into the old death pile, but I am going to be working on getting these things listed. So I have these, I believe they're men's, although they're pretty small size. So, and they're in really good shape. These actually came from a thread-up box, and I figured because they're newer, and I got them more recently, they were on the top, so I grabbed those out. So I'm going to be getting those listed. Little Sambra or whatever. I think these are some kind of collegiate something. Again, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I looked anything like that up, so I'll have to go through and look it all up again. What is going on with these dudes? And I literally mean dudes, because they are, hey dudes. And these were actually pretty hot when I got them. You know, things on eBay kind of take, they take spells. Like when just because something's hot today doesn't mean it's going to be hot tomorrow. And when I got these, they were hot, and now they're still selling. I did kind of look these up, so I figure I better get them listed before I can't get anything out of them, and they end up in the donate pile. Here's a little pair of Air Jordans. I'm pretty sure these came also from a ThredUp box. And a little pair of Pecolino. If you're not familiar with this brand, they used to do fantastic. I think they're still kind of okay. Again, it's another one of those items that when I picked it up, it was hot. It was a hot item, and now it's not. But they should still sell. Boy, I don't even know where these came from. These might have been in another ThredUp box from moons ago, but they're Madewell jeans. Probably not even going to sell, but they were at the top of the pile, so I snatched them up. I'm going to list them. I figure if I can get $10, it's better than no bucks. And here, I'm almost certain these also came from the ThredUp box. They're white denim jeans. They are new with tags, and I don't know if these are sold. If I remember, these are sold through ASOS, or however you pronounce it. I'm gonna go ahead and get those listed again. If they sell at all, they're not gonna bring a lot of money. Hollister, it's new with tags. This was definitely a ThredUp box. I don't want you to get the impression that all I am selling is ThredUp stuff. ThredUp stuff is the stuff that usually got pushed to the side because I never really bought it I never really used ThredUp as a source. It was just something I like to order them. I liked to open the boxes. I kept a lot of stuff out of the boxes and then just kind of pushed the rest of the stuff to the side and said, I'll list these whenever I feel like it and see if I can get anything at all out of them. So don't try to source inventory from ThredUp. That would be my advice. You cannot count on that as a viable source of inventory. So I don't want you to get the impression that that's what I am doing or was doing. Not the case. I just have all this extra stuff from the boxes that I ordered for enjoyment purposes that I thought, I might as well try to sell it and see if I can get anything out of it. So that's where we are with that. But this is a Hollister, really cute crop sweater. Again, I'm not gonna bring a lot probably as we get closer to back to school. I think it'll probably sell then, but it won't hurt to go ahead and get it listed now. Here's an item that these are Athleta. It is a skirt. That kind of like Lululemon has really not quite as sellable as it used to be, but I'm still gonna list it because a few bucks is better than no bucks. And then this, how did that get that? I don't know. This I also grabbed from my death pile. This is a vintage Guinness t-shirt. It is a single stitch. And it is, you can't hardly see it because it's crinkly, but it's screen stars. With the little toucan. Really good condition. I'm not sure what that'll bring now. I'm sure it won't bring the same amount as it would have brought if I had sold it when I bought it. And then this is one of those things that I got out of the ThredUp Fun Box the other day. I'm gonna go ahead and get that listed. Don't ask me how much I'm gonna list this stuff for. I don't know. I've been using ChatGPT a lot to help me with my listings. Highly recommend. I may do a video to show how I'm using it for that, but it has really sped up the process for me. These, I got these at a yard sale, obviously, 50-cent yard sale. These are like little stackable metal barware coasters for the Catalina Islands. And they have different colors. There's 4 of them. They're in great shape. I'm sure they haven't been used. They would have been made in Japan, although the sticker's not on there anymore. And then these are stackable metal coasters, Queen Mary. Not a hot seller, but what I'll probably do is put those in a lot together and like be very happy to get 10 or 15 bucks. This was also a yard sale purchase. You all can see that G.I. Joe. I'm gonna move my camera over a little bit because my clothing pile is starting to take over. There. Okay, so it's G.I. Joe. 1984, I believe, is what it's dated. The case is not in the most spectacular condition. I've sold quite a bit of G.I. Joe over the years, and I'm sure this will have no problem selling. I think they were asking 15 and I offered them 10 and they took 10, so I felt comfortable giving them 10. None of these figures are like desirable, hard to find little dudes, but I think we have let's see, there's 3, 4, 5, yes, that is a G.I. Joe. 5, 6, 7, there's 8. There are 8 complete figures, and then a bunch of little pelvises, leggies, and torsos that, there's actually complete figures, a few in here that you know, oh, that's the little cobra guy. I think I've had that figure before. I might want to look him up because some of the cobras tend to be worth more than the others, so I may look that up before I sell it. But again, I'm happy to get 40 or 50 out of that, and I believe it'll bring that. But when I sit down to list it, I'll come up with a more concrete price when I go to list it. I usually just kind of have an idea floating around in my head of what I'm going to list things for when I get it. I believe that is everything that I pulled out of my death pile stack. I am still considering whether or not I'm going to list that Barefoot Dreams robe that I got out of that ThredUp box the other day. I'm probably going to end up listing it, but I'm going to take some time and think about it a little bit. So that is that little pile, and then I also I picked up some more stuff to list. I'll probably shoot a real quick video about that stuff before I start listing it, but hopefully, I'm not saying I'm going to be able to get all of these things listed this week, but I'm putting it out there in the universe to motivate myself to hopefully get that done. I am not somebody who wants to work nonstop all day long and all night long. Like I said, I have a full-time job already. I really like to list at my leisure. So, however, I do find that if I don't push myself just a little bit to do a little bit, then I won't. So, that's what I am going to be working on this week. And I'll probably check back with you guys soon and kind of go over some of the stuff that I picked up this weekend. Because I did go to, it was raining around here all weekend. But like in between raindrops, like a few people decided to go ahead and have yard sales. So I think I stopped at like 1 or 2, and I did pick up a couple of things, and then I did some thrifting, and I got a few items there too. So I'll probably shoot a quick video of that stuff before I get it listed. So that's all I've got today. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I'll check back with you in a little bit. Like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, just go ahead and drop them down at the bottom. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.